everyone, welcome back to another perfume video. I hope you're doing well. So today we're going to be looking at the perfumes I took with me on holiday. These are the fragrances that I wore on my wee spring getaway. I recently got back from that wee break actually. It was a lovely trip away, kind of just in the north of Scotland, really lovely. I enjoyed like the nature, going on lovely walks, a lot of relaxation. It was just really wonderful, to be honest. And I took a few fragrances with me actually, and it was just really nice to have them up there. It was quite difficult to choose, to be honest. Like, yeah, I took a long time choosing which fragrances to actually take with me. I ended up taking quite a lot. I didn't use all of them in the end though. So the ones that you see here, these are all of the fragrances that I took. I didn't take this one. This is the one that I wore on the day going to the holiday. So I sprayed this before I left the house, you know, so I left this one here. But I took all of these other ones with me. And I'll let you guys know which ones I ended up using quite a lot and which ones didn't actually get used at all in the end. And yeah, I'll just share my thoughts on these, which ones I really enjoyed and things like that. So get yourself comfy, grab a wee drink if you would like to. If it's your first time here, then welcome. Please consider subscribing if you would like to see new perfume videos every week. And with that being said, let's get started with the perfumes. Okay, so like I said, the fragrance I wore on my way there was this one here, Tenue de Soirée from Goutal. Now, this is a perfume that I didn't take with me, but I did wear it. It was my scent of the day, basically, on my way to the holiday. Funnily enough, I did try and decant some, I think I put some in here. But actually this was like leaking, so I didn't take it with me in the end. I would have liked to, like this was a fragrance that I actually really wanted to take with me in a little travel spray, but like I say, this one ended up leaking, so I left it here because I didn't want to have to worry about like a fragrance kind of leaking in my bag and things like that. But I would have taken it with me, but as it turns out, like it was my scent of the day on the way there, so that was fine, you know? This one's a really nice one actually, you guys. It's a nice fruity patchouli fragrance, kind of sharp in nature, not overly sweet, very, very sophisticated and elegant and elevated. And I just really, really like it. It's very easy to wear, it's very versatile, it's not annoying, like it's not overly sweet. And it's just this kind of slightly tart, fruity, patchouli, slightly sweet kind of fragrance. It's just really stunning. Let me know if you've tried this one, but this was my fragrance, this was my like scent of the day, the perfume I wore on my way to the holiday, and I really enjoyed it. It was very, very pleasant. So that's that one there, Tenue de Soirée from Goutal. Next up, I think what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to go through the fragrances that I took with me but I didn't end up wearing, because there were quite a few of those actually. So I took Dolce & Gabbana, the only one. I have that in my blue little decant here, and I think I have the bottle over here actually. So this one here I took in a decant with me, but I didn't actually end up wearing it. I did kind of suspect that would happen just because it's so incredibly sweet, and I do have to be kind of like in the mood for it, and it doesn't always go with every scenario. For example, if I'm going for a breakfast or a lunch or any meal for that matter, I find that this one doesn't really complement going for a meal, because this one to me smells very sweet and syrupy, kind of like a gourmand fragrance, and I don't really like to smell those when I'm having a savoury meal, if that makes sense. So that's kind of part of the reason why I didn't end up wearing an awful lot of this one. Well, actually, as it turns out, I didn't reach for it at all when I was away. So I kind of brought this one thinking I might use it, but I didn't in the end. So that was Dolce & Gabbana, the only one. The next perfume I took with me on holiday that I didn't end up wearing was actually Black Opium, believe it or not. And in normal circumstances, this is one of my like most worn, easy reach type of scents. But for some reason, when I took it with me, it's not the fragrance that I wanted to wear, like it got totally forgotten about, and I just didn't wear it at all. So yeah, that was a fragrance I took with me. I thought I might wear it, but I actually didn't end up wearing it at all. So that was that one. This one, this actually has Tenue de Soirée in here, and I didn't bring this with me in the end because this was like leaking. So that's that one, but I didn't actually take that with me. Next up today, I believe another fragrance that I took with me that I didn't wear at all was actually Narciso Poudre, funnily enough, which is again kind of strange because this is normally one of my most worn perfumes, but I didn't really fancy wearing it. Maybe it's because I was in like a new kind of surrounding and I wanted to wear different fragrances to the sorts that I would normally wear. Maybe that was the reason, I'm not quite sure, but this one ended up not getting worn as well. And these fragrances by Juliana's Perfume, I took these with me because I thought they're the perfect little like travel size and stuff, which they are, but I actually ended up forgetting about these as well and they didn't really get worn, but I did take them with me. So that's these ones from Juliana's Perfume. I believe one is a dupe for Chanel Beige and the other one is a dupe of Delina, but like I say, they didn't end up getting worn in the end anyway. So so like all of these perfumes here, in fact, I don't think I took 3 vials. I think 2 of these are the same. So I took 2 of the Juliana's Perfume with me. And these ones, like I said, I took quite a lot with me. Like I couldn't really narrow it down because I'm super indecisive. So I took quite a lot with me and I only ended up wearing like kind of a few from the group, you know. So that's those ones there. And yep, those ones. So now we come to the perfumes that I did actually wear when I went away, and it's these ones here. Yeah, so this one here is my Narciso Rodriguez for her Eau de Toilette, which I believe I have on my tray over there. So I decanted some of that in here and brought it with me. I did end up wearing this one, I think, of an evening when we went for our like evening meal and things like that. That's when I wore this one. To me, this is more of like a sensual, seductive kind of mood. So this is the sort of fragrance that I wanted to wear like of an evening. So I did enjoy wearing this one a lot. I've actually been loving this fragrance, to be honest. Like I really have been enjoying it a lot. And I did certainly enjoy it on holiday as well. It's a really stunning, bright, balmy, musky, floral kind of fragrance with a lot of depth, a lot of nuance. It's very, very like sensual and alluring. So I did enjoy that one a lot on my holiday. So next up today we have this fragrance here, and this one is actually 100 Silent Ways from Nishani. And this travel size was very kindly sent over to me by Lizzie from the channel Rosen Jones. I will leave her channel linked below. But she very kindly sent this to me. It was quite a long time ago now. I want to say maybe, was it like a year ago or maybe even over a year ago? I can't quite remember, but she sent this over to me a long time ago, and it's a perfume that, oh, the camera's not really focusing. Ah, there we go. And funnily enough, even though she sent this to me probably over a year ago now, I've only really started like properly testing it now. Like I briefly tested it a few times when she first sent it to me, but I've only properly started testing it now, like when I was actually on holiday. I'm pretty sure she sent me a bundle, like at the time she sent me over a few different samples, so that's why I wasn't necessarily like hyper focused on this one at the time. But yeah, recently I've been wearing this one quite a lot, and I have to say it's really, really beautiful, you guys. It's a really stunning fragrance. In some ways, funnily enough, it almost kind of reminds me of like Black Opium from the sweet, creamy point of view, but this one is like a more sophisticated, elevated version of it for sure, and it's like quite different as well. So this one's more floral. It's got that peach, tuberose, gardenia, I believe, like lots of creamy white florals in there. And it's definitely quite sweet as well. So yeah, that was a really stunning fragrance that I wore on my wee trip away. I would definitely say this was like my most worn, because actually when I left for the trip, this was probably up to like here. or like, I can't remember, but the level's definitely gone down a lot. I have worn quite a lot of this, and I would say it's probably a softer fragrance overall, like it's not really that strong, but I still really like it, and I was actually considering maybe picking up a full bottle. I had a look on their website, and they do have like the hair mist version of this as well, which looks really, really cute. I do quite enjoy a hair mist, so I might very well pick up the hair mist version of it, but that was like definitely my most worn perfume on my trip away, for sure, and that's 100 Silent Ways from Nishani. Next today is Lancome's Idole, which is kind of a funny one because this is like not the kind of fragrance I would have ever thought that I would be like so drawn to, but I did end up wearing it a few times. When we went to the spa like pool area and like the steam room sauna, when we went there, I wore this as my scent of the day, and it was really, really beautiful, quite airy, quite fresh, a nice dewy rose fragrance with pear, very, very feminine, gentle, beautiful, not too much, you know, not in your face, but still strong enough so that people can smell it on you. So yeah, this little miniature size really came in handy for my holiday. I did actually end up using it, and I really, really enjoyed it, you guys. I wasn't really expecting to enjoy it so much, but I really did. Like, it's a really cute fragrance, very simple, but quite good. Like, simple and effective, if you know what I mean. Just a nice, easygoing, rosy fragrance. I believe there might also be some jasmine in here, and musk as well, and definitely pear. But it's quite a nice perfume, like a very uplifting, simple, quite clean, dewy, rosy floral scent, and I really enjoyed it on my holiday. So that's Lancome's Idole. And the last fragrance that I took with me on my holiday and I really enjoyed wearing was Lily Fantasy from Juliet Has a Gun. So I purchased this fairly recently, this little 7.5ml trial size, and I wore this quite a lot on my holiday, to be fair. Like, I wore this to breakfast a few times. My camera's really struggling to focus on these small things. I might, is it gonna focus? There we go. This is a really nice kind of bubblegummy, slightly green, slightly powdery, fleshy, white floral perfume with tuberose. I believe there is also I believe there are also other white florals in here. I might just put it down actually because it's not really focusing. There we go. So this fragrance, although it has a bubblegummy sort of quality to it from the white florals, it's definitely not too sweet. And that's something I was kind of hesitant about with this perfume actually, because when I was reading the description, they mentioned like a bubblegum accord, and I kind of was thinking, it's going to be this super sweet bubblegum kind of fragrance, you know, like a bit too obvious, but it actually isn't at all. Like, it's very well blended in there. I would say there's actually a perfect balance between the bubblegum sort of nuance and like the fresh, like raw white floral sort of notes in there. Like, it's really well balanced and stuff. And there's something in here that it almost kind of reminds me a little bit of Lipstick Fever in a way. Like the mood of it, because this one to me has almost like a dreamy, vintagey, whimsical, old worldy type of like mood, and that's the same kind of mood that I get from Lipstick Fever, you know? So it is a really nice perfume. The bottle is really pretty as well, like the full bottle of this. It's this really nice like purple ombre kind of bottle. So I think part of me was kind of tempted to actually pick that up, but I'm not sure if it's like full bottle worthy yet. I still have quite a lot of this still to use, as you can see here. But I definitely really enjoyed it on my holiday. It was just such a nice, easy reach type of scent. Very elegant, quite sophisticated. Again, not too sweet. Very nice sort of floral fragrance with a lot of nice sort of nuances in there, like powdery, fleshy, slightly green, slightly bubblegummy nuances, and it was really very pleasant. So that is Juliet Has a Gun, Lily Fantasy. So there we have it, you guys. Those were the perfumes that I took with me on holiday and the ones that I did wear and didn't wear. I really hope you enjoyed the video. My break was lovely, actually. I really appreciated it because I kind of used it as a chance to have like a digital detox as well. I really wasn't on my phone an awful lot. I was just enjoying like the scenery, the greenery, the fresh air, and just the kind of tranquility, to be honest. It was really, really lovely. And my little travel-sized fragrances definitely enhanced the the experience for sure. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give the video a wee like if you enjoyed it, and click the subscribe button as well so you don't miss a future video. Thank you again for watching, take care, and I can't wait to see you again very soon on my next video. Bye!